So away we went. Anyhow, we were sculling along. We had expected bad weather, and we were coming up towards Munster, and we were in cloud. We were at 14,000 feet, and it was bumpy. It was horrible. And there was a quick crew conference about should we climb and get out of all this, because it wasn't very nice. And the answer was yes, we would. Skipper said yes, okay. He called for the engineer for climbing power, and we started to climb. And just as we were coming out of the tops of the cloud, and of course, being an air gunner, being in cloud is nothing, can't see, don't see anything. It's like being in a real London fog. All of a sudden, it was bright, you know, it was above it, or just coming out of it. And I could already see other airplanes that had already been up there a long time before us. And anyhow, just as we were coming out of the top of the cloud, somebody said, "Christ, we're hit." And there was a crash of rending, tearing of metal, and a thump. And some other aircraft had come out of the cloud just below us and stuck his port wing into us, right underneath the mid-upper turret. Somebody saw the other aircraft just flick over, and then after a few seconds, or perhaps a minute, we heard the bombs on board go up when it hit the ground, exploded. We went into a spin, and well, the skipper, after about 3,000 feet, got it out, and we dropped our bombs. He said, "I'm going to try to open the bomb doors if there's any hydraulics." We did open the bomb doors and we can drop our bombs safe, which we did. And then it was a stage of getting the airplane kind of sorted out. We were obviously going to turn around and try to get back home. You know, we knew, we doubted if we'd ever get back to Bimbrook, but we would hack Manston, one of the emergency airfields, you know, in Kent. So we started a slow climb to get up above the icing level to start with. The mid-upper gunner was helped out of his turret because there was no floor underneath him. The aircraft had disappeared from the bomb bay right back virtually to the main door. The trailing edge, starboard aileron, was all buckled. Over 3 feet of wingtip on the starboard side had gone. And there was just a big jagged hole, no floor, just a big jagged hole in the aeroplane. I was left down the back. Musk said to me, he said, "David, if you want to," and I wouldn't blame you, he said, "you can bail out." Because we knew it was friendly stuff down below. I said, "No, I'm not." "What?" I said, "You can still get jumped by a fighter out here." I said, "Besides that, if you're up here, I'm staying up with you," and I did. But the back end of the airplane was going like this a little bit. It was a bit hair-raising. I didn't make a mess of my underpants. And we flew back to Manston. And then while we were well up at altitude, the skipper said, "I'm going to try to lower the flaps to see if they come down, and the undercarriage." You know, we didn't want to have to do a belly landing if we could help it. Fortunately, the wheels did come down, and we dropped it into Manston. Well, we landed at Manston, pickup truck came round and, you know, follow me, and took us down to the place where they put dumped aeroplanes. And we got out, and when we saw the amount of damage, just couldn't believe it. We all reckoned we owed our lives to Avros. Built a good airplane.